Change is a good thing, or the only constant in life is change. These old adages are well known, and chances are you have heard a phrase to this point before. Those are two of the truest comments I have ever heard in my life. Hi, my name is Philip, and I wanted to quickly introduce myself and tell you about how change has been a constant for my life, the past, present, and future. After a few years in college, 1997 through 1999, as a young man, I decided I needed a big change in my life. I had found myself failing my college courses and hanging out with the wrong type of people. Luckily, I was bright enough to realize this, and the change I sought was to enlist in the United States Air Force at the end of 1999. Shortly after, in 2000, I arrived at my first duty station at Hurlburt Field in Fort Walton Beach, Florida. At this point in my career, I was an aircraft mechanic, a crew chief. I really enjoyed the job and quickly excelled through the ranks and in the career. However, once again, I got the urge to make a change. In 2004, I applied to cross-train to become a flight engineer and began my training shortly afterwards. My next duty station in 2004 was Travis Air Force Base in California, where I was a brand new, green behind the ears flight engineer on the KC-10 extender. Being a member of the flight crew is what I felt being in the Air Force was all about. Traveling the world, experiencing new cultures, and really being able to take part in the global community. I tremendously enjoyed my new career and felt that I had absolutely made the right decision to change my career path. However, for me, change was on the horizon again. In 2006, I was married, and in 2008, we welcomed my firstborn son into the world. This was a huge change to the bachelor aircrew life I had known. Later in 2008, I was selected to be a flight engineer for VIP Special Air missions on the C-37, and in early 2009, I moved to my next duty station, Hickam Air Force Base in Hawaii. I was still traveling quite a bit, but the downtime in foreign locations was usually about 5 days per stop, so I truly got to immerse myself in the foreign cultures, and for 5 years was able to come home to warm weather, sunny skies, a beautiful beach, and my growing family. The next phase of change still occurred in Hawaii, where my daughter and my second son were born. As an aircrew member, I unfortunately missed several life events of my children. Family to me is the most important thing after my God. After 5 years in beautiful Hawaii, my wife and I decided that a major change was in order, and I would walk away from the Air Force the following year. The next phase of change was one I did not see coming. Just 4 months prior to my separation, my wife informed me that she was no longer interested in being married. I separated in February 2014 and was divorced March 2014. This was the beginning of the biggest change in my life. I was fortunate enough to get primary custody of my 3 amazing children, ages 6, 4, and 2 now. Since separating, I've got my real estate license and actively a realtor in my home state of Alabama. Being a single father of 3 very small kids, having a full-time career, and pursuing my degree has been busy to say the least. I've had about 8 months to grow to enjoy the change that has happened in my life, and I absolutely treasure being able to wake up to my kids every morning and put them to bed every night. I have learned over the past 15 years that change is inevitable in my life, and I look forward to change the future has in store for me. As it's been said, the only constant in life is change.